this is Mother Nature Rocks, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a peyote Tardis. So first off, you want to start with some clear stretchy string. I use Bead and Stretch. It's a Walmart brand. Some clear nail polish. I use Black Light by Wear Paint Beauty just because it's what I have. And scissors. And you're going to need 26 blue beads, 4 white beads, and 1 yellow bead. First, you want to start with a really long piece of string, like, I don't know, arm's length, because it's always better if you have more than to not have enough, you know? So cut like arm's length amount of string, and hold it so that both ends are facing up like that, and you want to put on 2 blue beads. I'm using blue sparkle beads because that's what I have. I ran out of normal dark blue beads. And then hold the strings together, so they're like that, and put on 1 blue bead. And just let it fall. You can straighten out later. And then open them again and put on 2 blue beads. Let me see, hang on. Yeah, 2 blue beads. Then you hold your strings together and you put on 1. And you open the strings and you put on 2 more blue beads. So you should have something that resembles or looks like, hang on. You should have something that looks like that. So then you just take it and just tie it in a normal knot, your 2 strings. And just tie it off. Doesn't really matter how. Like that. Make sure it's tight, otherwise it's going to come undone and it's going to look really bad. So, yeah. You should have that. So next, you take one end of the string, doesn't really matter which one, and you put on, oh, no, sorry. You thread it through this bead right here. So you thread it through there, like that. And then you put on 1 blue bead, and you thread it through the string, you thread it through the bead in the middle. Sometimes it's a little bit of a pain to get it through though. Alright. So then you have that. So then you pick up another blue bead, put it on. My beads are rolling down my leg. And you put it through the end bead. Thread your string through the end bead. So then you have that. See, it's a little, mine is a little deformed because it's a little loose, but hopefully it'll straighten itself out. So you have that. And then what you do is you put on a blue bead and you put it on, you put it through this bead here, that bead. I don't know what this is doing, but make sure you pull it tight, otherwise it tends to come undone. So you have that, and you put on another blue bead, and you thread it through that one, like that. Of course, my beads, they're not really liking me right now. I don't understand why. Okay, so then you've come to the end here, and you don't and you don't have another bead you can thread it through, so you take your other string and you just put on a blue bead, like your original string that you were using before, and then you take your bottom string right here, right there, and you thread it through the top part of the bead you just put on, and then you pull both down like that. So then you have, whoop, sometimes it takes a little rearranging. So then you have that. So then, holding on to the other end so it stays tight, you put on another blue bead. And you thread it through. Eek. And then you put on the blue bead. And you thread it through the end bead. So then you have that. So then again, now you can let go of that other string. You put on a blue bead, and you thread it through the side one. And you put on another blue bead. Oops. You thread it through one. And then you should have that. And you put on one more blue bead. And again, you put your bottom string and you thread it through top and pull down. So now you have, whoop, that. Sorry, I'm kind of holding it on an angle. So now you have that. Now, let me see how far I gotta go now. Aha. So now your strings are switched. So now, instead of a blue bead, you're gonna put on a white bead. And you're gonna thread it through middle bead. And that's gonna be like the little sign on the door of the Tardis. So that looks like that. And then you put on another blue bead. Doo-doo-doo. And then you got that. So now you put on another blue bead, and you can let go of that other string now. So put on another blue bead. You thread it through here. Got another blue bead. You thread it through the white one. And you switch strings again. So you put on another blue bead, and you put, I think I put it on the wrong string, yeah. You put the blue bead on the string, and then you put the other string through the top. And then you have this. So now you just want to put on 2 more blue beads. Put on a blue bead, thread it through here, and you put on another blue bead, and you thread it through here. So now you have that. And that's what it looks like. So now you're going to put on the top part, which is the white beads, because it's going to be like the big police public call box sign at the top of the Tardis. So you see this bead? You thread it through there. You can let go of your other string now. You put another bead. You thread it through that one. And then you gotta switch strings again. So you put on your white bead, put your other string through the top, and you pull down. So now you have that. Now you put on your last two blue beads. So you put your blue bead, you put your string to the white bead in the middle, like that, and then you put on your last blue bead. So it looks like. Oh, go through. There we go. So we have that. And I'm sorry, mine is a little crooked because I made my bottom a little loose, but that's what it should look like. Now, you take each string separately and you thread it through the blue side or the blue bead on their side. So you take your left string and you thread it through the left bead only, the left top blue bead, and then you take your right string and you thread it through the right string only. So now you pick a string, any string, and you put on your yellow bead, and then you do what you've been doing before. Take and you put your other string through the top and pull down, so that you have that. Then just tie it off. Mine's just tying it like 2 or 3 times. So otherwise it's going to come undone really easy. And then you cut your excess. Alright, so then you take your clear nail polish, or I guess Elmer's glue works too, it just takes way longer to dry. But like clear nail polish dries in like 2 seconds. So you open it up and you like make sure that there's like no drippage so it doesn't get everywhere. And then you just put a little bit on your knots so that it doesn't come undone. Everywhere you tie the knot, that's where you put it. So in this case it would just be well, there's one on the side. You might have to like stick your brush down in the middle of the bead to get it, but you want to put nail polish in all the knots, and then you're done. And there's your peyote Tardis. Have fun, Doctor Who fans.